Hello, everyone. I wanted to first apologize for being so late. When I say that, you will understand as I keep going. But it is only because everything has to do with divine timing. And it's crazy how true that is. While I had wanted to be here sooner for everyone, I had to go through my own things too. And a lot of it that held me back, while I can say, was because I was trying to consider other people, while I can say because I was learning to communicate. And while it was all that, it was also based on fear. And fear is the root cause of many of those concerns. And when you break things down, you will realize that everything comes down to fear and love. And those are the root causes of many of our choices we make. A definite thing that is happening in our world is that we are starting to not realize how much power we actually have as people, as ourselves, as individuals, and as a whole collective. Everything in this world is on free will and choice. And we are being manipulated in a way where we're not realizing we're giving up our power of a choice. We're not realizing we're giving up our power of choice willingly, that we are choosing to give it up. And that's when it starts to get dangerous. The thing about it is, right now, the times we're living in is actually really miraculous. It is based on what we are going to decide as individuals as how we see life and how it's going to perceive outside as a collective of how we see life. And this is why I'm here today and why there are so many light workers out there that are here to help us heal, to help each of us be inspired to choose us in a better way. We think that the world is something that it's not. Right now, the reality that we believe life to be is not the true essence of what the world is. We are being sold a version of what this world is when it's not true. I know that's going to be hard for a lot of people to understand because we were raised in this and we think what we're doing is the world, but it's not. A lot of it has to do with we don't realize how deep we go as humans. It's because we were raised in a system where we believe in this pinnacle, that we went from uncivilized, not smart, cavemen, Neanderthal, to where we are today in technology and science as being the pinnacle, when in fact that's not true, is because when you understand that the world, everything is energy, okay? Not just the world, not just the universe, not just you and me, but every single thing existing is energy. And energy goes in waves. And it's red in waves. There's light waves, sound waves. Everything around us is telling us the waves it goes in, the seasons that change. Every single thing around us is telling us the patterns of life, and yet we don't understand it. And it's because we, as humans, are the ones that are disconnected from what is true, what is natural. And as I go through in all the things I will be talking about, this will become more relevant to you. The thing about it is, what you need to do is you need to decide to choose to go deeper within yourself. All of us are existing right now so much on surface. We're so distracted by the things in life that we think matter when it's not. Money is not natural. The way we're living and the things we're putting in our bodies are not natural. The things that are natural are what's good for us. The things that we're putting in our bodies right now are not. And that's why so many people are dying. So many diseases are coming, so much cancer, so much all of that did not exist the same as before. If you look at into autism and cancer, the rates of those have gone up these generations tremendously. That didn't used to exist. This is all stuff now. So if this is stuff now, then something must have changed in our environment. And that is what is happening. And that is what we need to open our eyes to. The things are deeper than they seem. So many people think that just because you looked up one thing or just because you research that few, that you research, but it's not. The truth, the actual truth, is hidden far deep beneath all of the surface things. And the other thing to keep in mind is, for thousands of years, they have been studying human behavior. Okay, if you don't want to believe in the few thousand, at least know for the last few hundred years, if not just that, 100, if not that, like they have been studying our behaviors. They know how we would act. They know the types of people. They know how to like basically put ads out to you. They know how to get you in so many places. They know how to stop arguments. They know how to create arguments. They know all this kind of stuff. And that is what you need to know. So from there, realize that you have to dig deeper than you normally would if you really wish to truly get to the truth of what our true reality is. So many people are waking up to this is because when you go into any one spot of researching into what we think is life, any one spot, I promise you, you will find that there is a truth behind it that is not revealed to us as a majority, as a public. And that is for a reason. And when you start researching into all of them and realize the story behind the surface that we consider reality, you will ask, why is this happening? Why are they doing this? And that is the question. Why are they? If this is not for our benefit, if we are not trying to help people because you are, I am, so many people you know around are, then why is this happening? And a lot of people will probably not enjoy this, but it really does have to do with our soul. It does. Is because right now, inside of us, we do have two versions of us. We have one that lives from love, and we have one that lives from fear. And so try to understand within yourself, what is it that you make your decisions from? What is it that you experience life from? Do you make your decisions based in fear, or do you make it based in love? And I will tell you right now, the majority of us make it based in fear, covered in so many different ways, but it comes down to fear. And what we need to turn to is love and start making decisions out of love. Love for yourself, love for others, and love for the all. Because the all loves you. The all loves all of us. The question really is do you love yourself? Do you love yourself enough to choose to be a better version of yourself? Do you love others enough to choose to be a better version of yourself? Do you love everything enough to choose to be a better version of yourself? If you believe everything is against us, then that is what you'll experience. But know when you believe that, you are the one that is being against yourself. The truth is, everything is for us, and it is us that needs to choose to be for us. I love everyone, and I know this is not an easy time. The truth is, when we first get into truth, we're going to go down into a dark hole because we're going to realize that what we thought of reality, what we thought of ourselves, what we thought of everything is not what it is. And that's hard. That's hard to know, is because you spent your whole life believing this thing, but it's not. But what you'll find is so magical out of it is that when you lose that version of yourself, you will come into your true self, your true being, and realize that we have the power, that it's going to take each of us to make this work. And it's not going to be the hardest thing in the world, but it is also going to be the hardest thing. So, I mean, that's what life is though. But I'm doing this, and so many others are, is because we are worth it, is because if we all realize this and we all come together on this, it will be easier. It's only hard right now because everything is against what we truly are. Once we start making life into what working with us, what the systems are working with us, and realize that nature has been working with us the whole time, we have been the ones that were working against nature, everything is going to change. The moment the intention happens, the moment you take the first conscious steps, everything changes, and that is the pattern of life. That will happen in your life too. If you realize what your true intentions are, consciously take the first few steps, it will just happen. It becomes part of it because of energy, the law of attraction, and all of that matters in what we're experiencing. As I go along, I'll explain everything more and more and more, but it takes time because this is life and we're here living to take the time, to take the action, to decide who we are, to live this, to choose this, to be who we are. And that's what it's all about. So I hope that you will decide to choose yourself, to choose others, and to choose us, because we are love. We are, and we truly wish to just experience love with all, because all deserves to. But that is up to you if you decide that you believe you deserve it and others deserve it. I truly believe all deserve it, even the ones that we call dark, even the ones that we call evil. Because what is evil? Evil is just living backwards. Evil and live. It's living backwards. And that's the same as the devil. lived. Devil lived. You lived your life backwards, and that's what you receive. So, anyways, that was a lot. It is a lot. I mean, it is, because we are so much more than we think we are. We are truly, if we believe in what science says today, 13.8 billion years old. We come from the depths of everything. So imagine how deep we truly are. We have been taught to think we're just some minuscule thing that has nothing to do with anything, when in fact we have so much to do with everything. We are what is doing everything right now. Everything is watching us make this decision. Are we going to do that? And does that make it harder for you? Does that put stress and the huge responsibility on you? I'm sorry if it does, but in a way it is a big responsibility, and in other ways it's not. It's really what you decide is worth it to you. It's really what you decide your priorities are. But I'm going to tell you right now, there isn't much time left. We only have a certain amount of time to do the changes, which is why in the beginning I apologize that I was not sooner, but at the same time, no, I was not meant to be sooner. I was meant to be now, is because I go direct to the point. And I don't like to play around and fuss around with all the BS and with all the little fluff stuff. I go right to the core, and that's what we're going to do here. So if you'll join me, I'll be here. And I'll be here for everyone if you choose. It is all up to you. Love you guys. I love everything. I honestly, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm in love with life, and I'm so thankful for the life I live. And for that, I wish to give back. And what I believe in me to give back is my love of the world to all of you. When you understand all of the world, which is the lightness and the darkness and everything together as a whole, and how it works for us to experience and for us to choose and for us to have our free will and choice, you will understand the beauty in all of it. Hope to see you guys around. Every single episode is going to be different. I'm going to be jumping all over the place, from depth to experience to every single thing, daily things, non-daily things, things of you can ask questions of, things of interest to research, things that are going on to help you see what is going on with our world, and also ways that you can help. And a lot of the ways you can help is starting with yourself and building on who you are to be the best version or better version of who you are today. To all of our best versions, for us to experience a better world. Lots of love, always.